Good morning everyone. Today we are discussing about the topic is Unit 4. The chapter name is Electric Charges and Fields. Today we are discussing the new chapter, that is the Electric Charges and the Fields. Now discuss about the what is meant by charge, different types of conductors, insulators, inductors, all are discussing today now. So what is meant by a charge? Charge is the property of the object. Charge is the property of the object by virtue of which it applies electrostatic force of interaction on other objects. That means the object which will be a force of interaction to the other object, that is nothing but a charge. So the charge is of a two types. We have two types of charges. One is the positive charge and another one is the negative charge. Everybody knows the like charges are attract to each other and like charges are repel to each other and unlike charges are attract to each other. That means positive repel to each other, negative repel to each other. But positive and negative and positive are those are attract to each other. Like charges means two charges are same. Unlike charges means two charges are different charges. So what is meant by a charge? Charge is the property of the object by virtue of which it applies an electrostatic force of interaction on other object. That means that body applies an electrostatic interaction to the other object. That is nothing but a charge. We have two different types of charges. One is the positive charge and another one is the negative charge. Like charges are repel to each other and unlike charges are attract to each other. So next one is the conductors. Everybody knows the conductors, insulators and semiconductors. So conductors means they having conducting or carrying electric charge, the ability to carry or conduct the electric charge. That means conductors are those substances which can be used to carry or conduct electric charge from one point to the other point. So they conduct the electricity, that are nothing but a conductors. For example, silver, copper, aluminum, etc. all are conductors. And next one is the insulators. Insulators are those substances which cannot conduct electric charge. Those are the insulators. That means they cannot carry the electric charge are called the insulators. Examples are glass, rubber, plastic, board, everything, all are the insulators. Next, charging by induction. Charging by induction means the process of charging a neutral body nearby it without making contact between the two bodies is called the induction. For example, we are considering the inducting coil. These are the windings. This is the primary winding and this is the secondary winding. It will be used in transformers. In every day we are observing transformers at the roadside. So the transformers are like this way. So this is the primary winding coil and this is the secondary winding coil. It will be connected to some voltage and it will not be connected to any charge. So by these two are charged, this secondary coil is charging by the induction with the primary coil. Okay. So this type of conducting is the charging by induction. It will be connected to any voltage or not? No, we can't connect any voltage to this coil, but this can be connected to the some voltage value. So through this, these are the conduct to each other with the help of the charging by the induction. This type of process is nothing but a charging by the induction. These two are not in connected to each other, but this coil will be charged due to the primary winding. So this type of processing is nothing but a charging of induction. This process is the induction process. These are the inductors. So it will be used in transformers. Okay. And next one is the quantization of charge. Charge on any object can be an integer multiple of the small charge. Quantization means the charge will be equal to the any number of the, that means any integer multiple of the smallest charge will be equal to the, that is nothing but a quantization of charge. That means the charge capital Q will be equal to n. N is an integer, that will be 1, 2, 3, how much value, whatever it is, and E is the electron. So multiple of the smallest charge E and so Q equal to plus or minus N is nothing but a quantization of charge. Here N equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on values, and the small charge E value will be equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. So this is our 5 topics, and once I will repeat it. Today's chapter is electric charges and fields, unit 4. So charge is nothing but a property of the object by virtue which it apply electrostatic force to the another object is nothing but a charge. Charge is a two types of charges, positive charge and the negative charge. Like charges are repel to each other and unlike charges are attract to each other. Next one is the conductors. Conductors are nothing but a carry of the electric charge are nothing but a conductors. Example, copper, aluminum, silver, etc. all are conductors. That means we can't anything to that. So but they conduct electricity by with those are nothing but a conductors. And insulators. Insulators are they do not conduct any electricity. That type of are nothing but a insulators. Insulators example glass, plastic, rubber, etc. all are insulators. And next one is the charging by the induction. Charging, the process of charging a neutral body nearby it without making contact between them is between two bodies is known as the charging by induction. Next, quantization of charge. The charge will be equal to the integral multiple of some smallest charge is nothing but a quantization of charge. That means Q equal to plus or minus NA, that will be equal to N equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. E having the value 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. And next we will discuss the next topics. And next topic is the what is meant by a Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law is nothing but the force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges are at rest is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. That means Coulomb's law is nothing but a force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges which is directly proportional to the product of their charges, magnitude of their charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them is nothing but a Coulomb's law. That means F is proportional to the product of their charges, that means Q1 and Q2 and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, that is the R square. Therefore, F is proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square. Here the proportionality constant 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is placed, then the Coulombic force F will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. The constant value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. So, the is a constant value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught will be equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Okay, this is the Coulomb's law. And next one is the continuous charge distribution. Continuous charge distribution means the region in which charges are closely spaced is said to have continuous charge distribution. That means we are considering any region in that the charges are placed in closely. So that type of charge is nothing but a continuous charge distribution. Okay. Linear charge density, it is defined as a charge per unit length of linear charge distribution. So the charge per linear charge density will be is nothing but a mass by volume. Density will be equal to mass by volume. So here we can define, it is defined as the linear charge density is nothing but a linear means line, along the line. So straight line. So it is defined as the charge per unit length. Unit length is linear charge distribution is nothing but a linear charge distribution along the line. So this is the, here we are used just one coordinate to mention that state. So this is the linear charge distribution. So it is defined as the charge per unit length. Unit length is nothing but a linear charge distribution. Its unit is just coulomb per meter. C means ikkada coulomb per meter. Along line we have only one line. So meter. Next is surface charge density. It is mentioned with sigma. Linear charge density is mentioned with lambda. So surface charge density sigma is defined as the charge per unit surface area. Here we are considering unit surface area. Why? Because we are saying surface charge density. This is the linear charge density, we are considering unit length. So here we are considering surface area. Its unit is coulomb per meter square. Similarly, volume charge density is mentioned with rho. Okay, it is defined as the charge per unit volume. Volume means 3 coordinates are required. Volume. So charge per unit volume of the volume charge distribution. It having the units 3 coordinates coulomb per meter cube. This is the unit. So first in In this chapter, we are first discussing the what is charge and what are the conductors, insulators and quantization of charge and the induction of charge. And next one is the Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law is nothing but the force of attraction or repulsion between the two bodies which is directly proportional to the force, that means F, which is proportional to the product of their magnitude of their charges, that means F is proportional to Q1 Q2 and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between R is the distance between Q1 and Q2. Therefore, the force of attraction is proportional to product of their charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. That means F is proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square. The proportionality constant 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught will be placed F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. The value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, that means the substitution of pi value and epsilon naught value. Epsilon naught means the permittivity in the free space. In medium we are considering that is epsilon. So epsilon naught, the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is nothing but a 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. And next one is the continuous charge distribution. We have considering any region. In that region, the charge is closely spaced. It is nothing but a continuous charge distribution. And next we have to see the linear charge density. Density means mass by volume. It is defined as the charge per unit length of the linear charge distribution is nothing but a linear charge density. It will be mentioned with lambda and its units are Coulomb per meter. It is a one dimensional path. So next one is the surface charge density. Surface charge density is mentioned with sigma. It is defined as the charge per unit surface area of the surface charge distribution is nothing but a surface charge density. So its units are Coulomb per meter square. It is a two dimensional. Surface area can be mentioned length and breadth also. So next one is the volume charge density LBH. It is defined as the charge per unit volume in the volume density, volume charge distribution. Its units are having 3 LBH, length, breadth and height. So its units is Coulomb per meter square, Coulomb per meter cube. And tomorrow class we will discuss the remaining topics in this chapter. Thank you.